The Sickerest podcast.
It's your boy Mayor.
It's Luke.
And it's Prime.
And pop your shit, brother, man. Let them know who it is.
It's your boy Prix. Throw the X on there if you want. I don't really fuck with the X though. Of course, of the free music party.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boys.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the team, man. We fuck with them boys heavy.
Oh yeah. It's second go around for free music party in the Sickerest.
Saw you guys had a DJ Apollo on there.
Yeah. See what I got.
That's really like my brother. Like a lot of people don't know, but I've known that man since like pre-K kindergarten. Like we literally have grown up together. Like that's my brother.
That's all love right there.
That's literally.
He a character, man.
He is though. That's my man though.
That was a great episode.
Hell yeah, great episode.
Shit, he was our second guest, right? Yeah. After LME.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Second guest.
Shout out to him too.
He's our first with the mic. Shout out to the guys.
Episode 6. I mean, check that shit out.
Shit, what's going on? Let them know about what you got going on. Let them know why you're here.
What I got going on, man. I'm just chilling. Really, I'm the background character of the FMP. You know, I do the photos, I do the merch, ideas, just really whatever my guys need, you know. But right now, man, I ain't got shit going on because of COVID, man. This shit's been fucking up everything. I just been fucking working and sleeping, man.
Yeah.
I'm fucking tired of that shit. I haven't left the city in months, man.
This shit 7 months in.
Yeah, this shit's ass, man. I miss Toronto.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
We know. We miss it too. I know. That's one thing I'm waiting on.
We talk about Apollo being a character, man. See that nigga in Toronto.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to link up there for sure.
Yo, was you the one that went to the trans club?
No, that was not
That
me.
was a joke.
Nah. That was I ain't gonna say his name until we get on here, but nah, that was not.
We just gonna have to go one by one till we find out who it was.
Elimination.
So we revealed during the next one.
Tune in
four
next
more
week.
times.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah,
that's
awesome. I had told them about we was in Clifton Hill karaoke show. I don't know if he told you about this, but he had son on the stage. Apollo, Chris Brown, Flying China.
See, I've seen karaoke is they fucking bag, yo. I don't know when they got into this joint. I think it all comes from like Rush Hour, bro. They watch too much of that shit. But like, yo, them dudes like love karaoke. I'll be at the FMP house, the Chocolate Factory is what they call it, because it's a brown house. I'll be there. These niggas are just like, yo, let's do some karaoke. And just throw that shit up, and like bitches will just love that shit, yo. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, like these niggas really just singing their heart out, like it's crazy.
Yeah, they superstars.
They are, they really are. I can't. That's why I'm the background character, you know. Like I'm real nonchalant. Like I'll obviously get out of my character with them because like I've grown up with them, I've known them forever. But man, them niggas are like superstars wherever they go. Like that shit is nuts to me to witness.
And now I gotta see what's up. I gotta get in a Sprinter van. So.
Right. One time, like a party.
I'm about to go to the Chocolate Factory.
Right.
Shit, that's where we're going right
Gotta
now.
pull up.
Yeah, I pulled up the one time and shit. They gave me the tour. That shit big as hell, bro.
That shit's like a fucking mansion.
Yo, that shit's a man.
That shit is crazy. When they first told me they signed that shit, I was like, wait, where is it? Because I moved down the street. I live like down Richmond. It's like, oh shit, y'all near me. And then I didn't really like know what house it was, so I pulled up and I was like walking around that shit. It's like 5 bedrooms. They got a fucking wardrobe, like dressing room.
3 floors.
3 floors, a full studio upstairs. Like they really like turned that shit out. Like that shit's nuts to me.
Yeah, I gotta see what that's about.
Yeah.
He was telling us. I gotta tap in there, man. That shit sound like a beautiful time.
Pull up.
It's crazy nice there. I just know once COVID and that shit really, it's gonna be like a cycle wave. It's gonna be like PTSD for me because I used to live in a Kadisha's house. We used to just throw fucking bangers in that bitch. Like I'm talking like 300 people in my basement. Like I knew like 20 maybe. Like that shit used to be nuts, my guy. And I know it's only gonna be worse because they gonna have the whole house with me.
Right. Kanisha used to be fucking lit. I used to go out there and visit them too. We used to pull up. We had a fucking Nerf war with the girls and shit. So I never met them a day in my life. We was there. We like, yo, man, we about to go to Walmart get mad Nerf guns and shit. We had a Nerf gun war with like the whole fucking building. Mad girls and shit running around.
That's
like,
when
he lit his hell.
Yeah. Kanisha's really used to be like fun as fuck. Like, man, we used to just throw bangers every week. It used to just be like girls coming through. Like that shit used to really like just be like nuts, dog. Like really like nuts.
Freak man.
Freak man.
Real. Facts. Crazy part is, like you said, we 7 months in, and it ain't even seem like no end in sight.
Nah, man, I'm hoping. Don't say that. I'm hoping.
So what you got planned after?
After more shoots, of course.
Hmm.
I think F&P is about to start working on some videos to roll out along with the project. So I'll probably get some shoots of that. I want to get back to throwing shows, man. I got some fucking some friends who are trying to get into it. Shout out to Buffalo Hip Hop Collective, and then of course Bison Bill. I really want to work with those two dudes on the show. Well, that collective and then that dude on the show, because they really, once I interview them, I realized we have like the same mentality on how shows should go. Like a lot of Buffalo shows, it's like, let's get 50 people on this bill. Let's just try to sell as many tickets as we can, and let's just like have everybody have like a 10-minute set. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with that, to be honest. Like, it's cool for the culture and like building and networking, but like to really show the city like hip hop, you gotta cut that shit down. Like 3 people, hour sets, like really like run through your shit and like just stop trying to make it a money grab. And I feel like with those two dudes, we can really make like a crazy fucking show.
Yeah.
So I want to get into that shit, and then of course bring the podcast back. Like once we start fucking cutting down our work hours, me and my co-host work a shit ton, and then of course COVID stop and get people in the house again, start interviewing. That's all I got, man. That's really like the 3 main things that I really like need to get back into.
Yeah.
So tell them about your podcast.
My podcast was called Unwrapped. Me and my co-host, my roommate Max Canberra, shout out to him. Like that's really like my idea guy, also part of the Free Music Party. We decided to start a music/fashion podcast where we would interview local acts, kind of like semi-structured. Shit was cool. I check it out. I had a lot of people in there who've like never really been interviewed, or like have been interviewed but not in the form of audio. I've had Billy Esco, who is like huge in the Buffalo hip hop community.
Mm-hmm.
I've had K-Rob, who's like really distinct sound in Buffalo, and then I had Tris on for a fashion episode. I want to get more into that once we come back, but he's like the fashion god of Buffalo. Like just to be honest, I don't think there's really too many people who dress as good as Tris out here. But of course, I'm going to try to diversify too. I'm going to get some photographers, videographers on there. I was hoping to get like other sounds too. I got some friends who do art. I was trying to get them on, but then fucking COVID happened. So I mean, I just want to branch out. I just want to interview people who like really are into their craft and good at their fucking craft, because I think that's like the most fire shit ever. Like you just out here doing this shit for money. I can't really get behind that. I can't really fuck with it. But if you know your shit, you've researched it, like come on, I'll talk to you like that ass. But that's all I got, man, on that one.
Yeah.
What else
Man,
we
I
got?
fuck with your pod heavy, bro.
I
Just start
appreciate
listening
that,
to
dog.
it and shit, man. Y'all be talking, man.
We do. Some of the questions, man. I met Max just really be having like these like deep diving questions where I just be like, yo, like we didn't talk about this in pre like, like he'll just be like trying to put people on the spot. And I fuck with everybody for like actually answering those questions, and it like is what makes us good. Man, that man sometimes he just be grilling niggas. I be kind of feeling bad.
Yeah.
You gotta see, man. You gotta see what they got going on and shit, man.
It's a fact. You really
Gotta put them through the ringer and shit.
So you gotta throw them off their game too. Ask them some weird ass questions.
Yeah, you gotta force
About
people
some
outside
shit
the
they
comfort
never.
zone.
Hell yeah.
But that's funny as hell. You said K-Rob. You know, we got a similar relationship with K-Rob. You know, talk your shit.
Yeah, man. You know, head manager, A&R, LME, Wayne Game. Shouts out to the guys, K-Rob,
That's my
J-World,
guy,
Tora. You already know, Big Spades. Shout out to the guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
We dropped a project
be,
too.
yeah.
Spado?
The ones who play K-Rob. He dropped another one.
It's fun.
And it's another. By the time this drop, it's gonna be another.
It's gonna be another one.
They be
I
working,
fucking
man.
playing.
Group album just dropped a few weeks ago. Probably about a month, when this dropped. But he came right back with another album. Coming right back, another album.
Yeah, I just dropped a collab project, right?
Hell yeah, Certified Ignorance. That's
Hey, that's that shit. That title's fire.
Appreciate that. Me on the cover sleeping shit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, that's the thought process behind that. Y'all boys be sleeping, man. Telling you about another year we gonna be up. What's your what grabs you as far as I know you said people when they are like real deep into whatever they got going on. What's some things so as far as like an artist maybe or even like fashion designer that'll make you really want to get to more the show or
Passion,
be
man.
a fan?
Passion. You can see passion in a lot of shit. I don't think people understand that. Like you can see passion in music. Dead Boy or Wasabi right now. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Little
I
Dead
know
Boy.
who that is. That's crazy.
Yeah, him. Like
That's
I
funny.
just chopped it up with him as he was doing his mural. Like he just hit me to come pull up, so I came up and just shot him and just talked to him like one on one for a little bit.
Mm.
And like the passion that man has, like you can see it in his artwork and in his clothing, and then you like talk to him and like it's just certified, like recertified. Like that man's like a real creative. So you gotta like really support him and fuck with him because he's one of a kind.
Yeah.
It's just shit like that. Like you can see that shit, and you can see when shit's a money grab, or you can see where shit's like just for views or promotion. Like, and there's nothing wrong with promotion. Don't get me wrong. Especially being from Buffalo, like you need that shit to pop. But when you're just like doing this shit for laughs or doing it for like trying to get a TikTok song, whatever that shit is, like it's whack. You don't want to support that shit. I mean, if that's how you get your bread at the end of the day, I mean, more power to you. Feed your family, do your shit. But I personally don't want to click on that shit and listen to that shit and watch it and support it. Like that's just not where I'm at. But if you do that shit, shout out to you. Get your shit how you get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can see it might like lack passion because you're just doing it for the cash. Like it's nothing behind that shit.
Right.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference in music, anything in life. You can tell when somebody just there to be there, and when somebody really love what they doing.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, you just get into it and like you're new at it. I mean like, because you can see that shit too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's people who are like just getting into shit, but like you can see like they really want to do this shit. Like you dropped everything, now you doing this shit. Like with Apollo, when he was just playing lacrosse, that man dropped everything to be a DJ. And the way he spoke about it, I was like, oh, you got passion, so we gonna do this shit.
Right.
Like it's just shit like that where you can see like even though he was new, that man had passion, and then his name was everywhere, fucking everywhere. I don't think there was a show when he first started that he was not DJing. Like that's passion. Like people see that shit. So it's just shit like that, man. Like you gotta be for shit, man.
Fuck with it, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say. That's the reason I ask. Cause sometimes it might be easy to grab the most talented people in the town and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but that's hard as hell that you go off straight passion. Cause everybody even might be talented, but they might not be serious enough to the point where
you take the talent serious.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got talent in something, man. But I ain't gonna care about your talent if you ain't got passion or if you're not putting work in. Like that's just where it's at.
But shit, that's pretty much the guys of this show that's what we all about here. Is just about finding the sleeping people, the people that need some help getting up and getting out and putting love on for the city. All the people who are putting love into the city, you're trying to bring people together.
I fuck with that. The
So we
city
can grow.
is definitely more collaborative in the last like year, 2 years than ever. So, man, when we first started, like that shit was not how it was, and it was kind of shitty. But like now, man, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows a friend of somebody. So like, you just feel more comfortable, more at home, and like I feel like all the egos kind of dropped a little bit because it was like, yo, why do you have an ego and we getting the same amount of clicks or we like doing the same venues?
Right.
It's like, all right, you getting 10,000 plays, I'm getting 100. We on the same bill, doing the same set list.
Yeah.
Like, where's the ego coming from?
That say more about you than anything.
Exactly. So I feel like all that stopped, and now everybody's like, yo, let's just put the fucking city on.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful fucking thing, honestly.
And it's like perfect timing with it too, especially with Buffalo on the up and
It
up,
is,
especially everything as far as sports, music, shit, everything.
Right. Them Griselda boys.
Time to ride that momentum.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they really ran across that hill for everybody, and now it's eyes on Buffalo. Even if people are not seeing it or not like getting it right now, it's eyes on Buffalo. It's people from Billboard looking at artists, like tracking them. It's A&R's tracking them. It's mad people from Buffalo than ever, like all up in the industry. You got Audie modeling like for fucking Helmut Lang and shit. You got Wes and Billy out in Paris with Virgil. Like
FS.
this shit's crazy right now, and it's like this is a time where like if you have passion for the shit and you want to get into it, do it now because this shit about to be way too late. And you gonna hop on like a year, 2 years later. Niggas be like, yo, where's you at when we was all struggling to get into fucking Milky's? Or where's you at where niggas wasn't letting us in because of our dress code? Like, it's gonna be shit like that. And niggas ain't gonna have no excuse. And it's just gonna be like, you ain't got no passion. You wasn't here, so why you here now? Like,
that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. So, who you fuck with in the music scene besides Billy and Free Music Party?
oh, Freak the Mighty, man. Shout out to my guys, Brad and Daniel. Them niggas are crazy. Kane Wave. Shout out to my guy. Who else? SR45 I've been listening to.
That's a
Shout out.
shot.
I've listened to him. I don't know him personally, but I've been listening to a lot of shit recently. What's the dude's name? I can't fucking think of his name. I think it's Audi 9000. Is that his name?
Oh, you talking about
Anthony 1999.
Yeah.
Fucking,
This shit.
I've been listening to him. His shit's crazy. He caught a billboard joint and moved, and then he just been moving different. His shit's crazy. My young boy Barks. He's I don't really listen to a lot of his shit. His unreleased shit he's been sending me. I've been fucking with him. He's like a newcomer. And then who else, man? It's just so many people who like whose music has come across me at some point where like I'll just like keep tabs. I might not listen right away, but like I'll see you drop a project and I'll like just pocket that shit and I'm like, alright, I'll listen to this at some point when I get a chance. AP, shout out AP. YCM, Kid Kev, now goes by Dripstar. Shout out to him.
Just change your name.
Yeah, he just changed his name.
I'm a boy Dripstar.
Shit's on Rose.
Dope Ross rebrand.
You a cool ass dude too. Cool ass dude.
Makes sense. Man.
A lot of these dudes are like humble as shit too. Like that's what's really cool. Like you'll meet them and they'll like be some of like coolest people ever.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely learned that from the podcast. You know, everybody humble, business minded too. You might not think that, but
Crazy.
Yeah,
man,
a lot of
gave
people
us
in
that.
Buffalo starting to like click that business side, and like once everybody like really gets on that shit, Buffalo's gonna be a scary fucking time.
That's the thing I love. That's what I learned the most from this podcast is because past couple years I've been really business heavy. You know, me and Mir have a couple businesses together. So I've been trying to show everybody that business is really the way to go in every aspect of your life. You need to be business minded behind it. You know what I mean? And I haven't really nothing about it till we started this podcast, and I see everybody starting to move that way. Everybody real about their business, and I love to see it.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
And it don't even be about a dollar, but it be about maximizing. How to get the dollar.
That's exactly
Like,
what it is.
because they don't do it for the it's legit passion behind it. It's drive behind it, so it's not
But you
chasing
also
the
thinking
money.
about the money, like I said. But you don't want your main thing to be the money.
Right? Yeah,
Like
that's
that's because you always just get fucked up. Like that's
One
not
thing,
really
you can't eat off passion.
Yeah.
I mean, passion don't pay the bills. You know what I mean? So you always got to keep your eye on your finances, your eye on your money, because some people make it out of Buffalo, but they come back. Because they let other people handle their money for them. You don't want to do that. You want to be in charge of your own shit.
Right.
So
I was just about to say
it's
that.
both ends.
People are starting to learn that business side because they don't want to get cheated when they do go out there into the real business world because it's cutthroat out there.
Man, that was my shit. I've read fucking hella books and watched hella shit on music management because at the time before we were Free Music Party we were civil, and I was like, all right, that's what I'm doing. Manage, I'm gonna book shows, I'm gonna do all this shit. And I was like, well, if these are my brothers, I'm not just gonna fuck them up out here. So I just dove into that shit. Like I've read crazy amount of books. I've watched shit on Chance's Manager and how he broke in independently, mad A&Rs and shit. Like I just did mad research, and that just helped shape my podcast, the FMP, when we did our rebrand, a whole bunch of shit, booking shows. I can't tell you how many times I've booked a show and niggas be like, yo, how did you get in here? I'm like, business. You just gotta have your business, have the right mindset, walk in here, knowing, yo, you're not gonna cheat me. I'm gonna get a fair price. I don't want your 10% of the bar when half my audience is under 21. You're not gonna get that shit out of me. I'm not gonna make that money back. It's just shit like that where you just gotta really just know and just pay attention and study. And I feel like more people are starting to study. More people are starting to make LLCs and figure all that shit out and just protect themselves. And that shit's it's beautiful to see, man.
Definitely agree.
And it's like you said, to bring it all back to passion. Like Mir said, Like you could be as passionate as you want, but if you want to continue to pursue your passion, you got to make a living.
You gotta make a living off it. That's
And
a fact.
make a living, comfortable enough to where you can focus on your passion and you don't gotta, be where a lot of people are today to where they gotta choose between am I gonna do my passion or am I gonna put food on the table?
It's a fact.
So find a way to do it with your passion.
But at the
There you
same
go.
time, I do feel like there's like moments in your
Definitely.
life where it's like, all right, this is where I know I want to do this shit. Like there's like certain times where like you'll just like sit down. I don't know if it's for you guys, but like you'll sit down and interview and that shit will go somewhere. You're just like, yo, I'm putting more time into this shit. Like this shit is clicking. Or like there's been times where I've been on the road with FMP and I'll be like, yo, like we gotta do this shit for a living. Like let's get this shit going. And like this shit like that just like reignites the passion and then like you're just more focused on like, all right, we gonna get this money. I ain't going back to work. We just gonna do this shit. And it's just beautiful. Like I said, it's just all come together. And I feel like it's all coming together for Buffalo too. It's just gonna be a beautiful, beautiful fucking scene here soon.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man.
And
On the rise for real.
that'd be the most beautiful part about it, because you got to get those opportunities to, like you said, reignite that passion.
It's a fact.
Otherwise, it's gonna die out. You got to create different opportunities. You got to bring yourself different successes to the point where you feel like you're getting something in return.
It's a
If you're
fact.
just doing some shit and it's just getting by, you might not be getting this opportunities. But in this type of business as creators, you gotta bring that upon your damn self. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you.
That's a fact, man. Because there's been times where I for sure like lost my passion or lost my inspiration. I've just been like chilling. Like people like would be like, "Yo, like what are you up to right now?" I was like, "Nothing, man.
Right.
Like sleep." Like I don't even want to be in anything. Like there's been times where like I've been like, "Yo, fuck music. I don't care for music." There's been times where I'd be like, "Fuck photography. Like I don't give a fuck about photography." Like there's just shit where like, and then we'll like go out and do some shit. Like we'll do a show or like we'll have somebody through, and I'll be like, "Yo, all right, I'm re-energized. Let's get back to it." And it was like, "Why? What happened?" I'm like, "This nigga just made me hungry. What you mean? Like, let's just do it." So like, it's just shit like that. You just gotta stay active. I feel like, because if you just get too complacent or like you get too into yourself, that passion, you're gonna lose it, and it's gonna be a shitty time for you. Until you get it back, if you get it back.
Right.
That's why I like the vibe in the city right now. All the collaboration, all the people coming together. Because it's nothing like for motivating yourself. It's nothing like seeing your peers do well
It's a fact.
and seeing them do well. Because I mean, we all came from the same spot. We all in the same.
It's
place
inspiration.
Right now.
So if you can do it, why can't I?
Exactly. There's
Right.
nothing better than that.
Right. So speaking of passion, how you get your passion for fashion?
Man,
See, Rabbit Man Mirror.
how did I get my passion for fashion? So one of my boys, since he goes by the name of Xavier Flywalker,
Oh yeah, he crazy.
He right.
yeah, that's been my boy as long as like following them. Like all my friends, like I've had for like years. Like I wouldn't trade that shit for anything. But me and him, because we grew up together, we started just like, yo, if you wear this, I wear this. Like we just started like pushing each other, like going out of our comfort zone. And that kind of helped me like just build up my own core and like being like, all right, yo, if you wear these turquoise skinnies, I'll wear these purple ones. Who gonna say shit to us if we know we fly? So we would do shit like that. Like where now it's like crazy, but like we weren't afraid to take those risks. So like at an early age, I just realized like, yo, if I just wear shit, I'm gonna feel like the flyest. Why do I give a fuck? Who cares? So we did that shit, and then of course style just keeps evolving. And then Kanye came on the scene, and I was like, oh, this nigga dressed fly as fuck. Let me see if I can take some of the shit, add it to me. And then like Rocky and like all these people, and it's just like taking inspiration, like I said, and passion of theirs and just putting it in my own. So like right now, I'm really inspired by Rocky, this dude Blotty, of course Kanye still, like his boots and shit, his sweats. But really, it's just like I'm at the point where I know my own fashion and I know what I like, what I don't like, designers, all that shit. Like I put in my research now to the point where I'm just like, I know what I want to put on every day. I know what I want to search on Grail. I know when I want to pull the trigger or something. Like it's just shit like that. And it took time. Don't get me wrong. It definitely took time. I still have friends who like, yo, I don't know what my core fashion is, or like, I don't know how you guys dress like this or do this. Like I had a friend yesterday in our group chat. He's like, man, I don't know how you boys get up like this or how y'all figure this shit out. It's like, bro, we put timing. Like it's time. As much as you put time into anything, we put time into learning designers. You put time into learning what pants and how to cuff the pants and how to put the shoes on with them and like shit like that. Like it's really an art to the shit, and we just studied it, and then more people come along, and you see how they studied it, and you pick their brains. Like Tris, man, I've seen that man Tris pull out some crazy fits, and then I'll like go home and I'll be like, man, how the fuck did this nigga do this shit? Like one day he put on like a all pink fit, like with some pink tie dye, some shit, some pink pants, and I was like, this nigga fucking is dressing. Like I gotta fucking get on this level.
Yeah.
It's just shit like that where you just like take mental notes. And obviously you're not just gonna full bite him and just put on a full pink fit, but it's like, all right, I see how this nigga styled this color. Let me put this shit on and see if I can do it. Like the shirt that I'm wearing right now, man, I don't know if I ever would have wore some shit like this. Like to be honest, like a pink, fucking green, blue tie dye fused together. Never know if I would have took the chance on that shit, but I mean I did, and it works. It's fly. I mean this necklace, I get niggas all the time. Why are you wearing beads and pearls and butterflies and shit? And then it's also girls who be like, oh, I love your necklace. Oh, the necklace is so cool. It's like, all right. So as much as I'm taking these risks and I'm scared, it's working. So it just fuels you more. And you just keep building on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about getting like the foundation. Like, you know, I can't tell you the last time I haven't wore pants that like weren't black. You know why? Because that's my foundation. Like I just know myself now. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's just shit like that.
Yeah, that's what fashion's all about, man. Really,
it's risk.
really self-expression.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I like fashion a lot too. I'm really in love with fashion. That's really the main reason, because can't nobody tell you what's fly and what's not. As long as you believe it is.
It's been niggas who tell me shit isn't fly, and then I'll stop wearing that shit, and then a week go by, and the niggas will have it on. No lie, me and Fly was wearing ripped jeans that we ripped ourselves. Like weeks before that trend caught on, niggas, why are your kneecaps out? What? Why you rip your jeans? What are you, some kind of girl? All right, man, we off this shit. New season, put on the cargos. I walk outside, nigga, why you rip jeans? What happened? Oh man, I saw so and so wearing these, so they fly right now. It's like, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's why you can't let people tell you what's fly, man.
Never.
It's different for everybody, and it's for me. It's all about how you wear it. Like I see people all the time where I'm like, yo, that's fly, but I could never wear that.
It's also about your body type too. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Like don't throw on some skinnies and like your legs big as shit. It's not gonna look right. I mean, it's just like. No, it's a fact. It's a fact. I had to learn that shit the hard way. Like, I can't put on baggies because my shit won't look right. I'm a short ass nigga, so it's like
that's a problem for sure.
You just gotta know what the fuck works for you. That's all it is.
And you gotta wear it with confidence.
That's a fact too. Walk out with confidence.
That's what really makes that shit fly. That's what really makes that shit fly. You could be in the ugliest shit I ever saw, but if I know you feel like you the flyest. You the flies. I don't know what to tell you.
There's been times where I literally be like, yo, I want to wear that shit, but that nigga is dressing. Like, that nigga's wearing this shit.
Hell yeah.
That shit, it's a form of expression, you know. Like, I feel like when people see you, they can tell a lot about you by the way you dress, you know what I mean? Like, when they see somebody that's real vibrant, you know, like that. The thing, that's what I learned about fashion. Because I really wasn't big into fashion. Like, don't get me wrong, I love clothes. But the sense of fashion as far as, you know, dressing, like, I'd come out black all day. I had some fire-ass kicks on, but they'd probably be black, too. I'd probably have 3-4 colors that I mainly wear, you know, different varieties as far as style and shit. Then I'm like, fucking, my girlfriend is the one that actually got me to wear colors and shit. Now I started doing it.
Big on color palettes, yo. Put some color in your shit. I bet you get so many more girls.
Yo, I started doing that shit. I be feeling better about my damn self. I be wanting to dress now, going to the store and shit.
Feel good?
Yeah. I be like, yo, I see exactly why now that she wanted me to be on this type of time.
And it's good because I feel like a while ago, like I was stuck to where if I had to go to a certain place, I had to go get something to go there. Mm-hmm. Now I feel like I got something in my closet for any occasion, anywhere. Like I don't gotta go nowhere.
Man, I just get dressed to get dressed. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like there'll be times where I'd be like, where somebody like, yo, you wanna run here real quick? I'd be like, all right, bet. Come on in a full fit. They'd be like, yo, we just going to the smoke shop. I'd be like, all right. Like, what you mean? Like, let's go then. Like, it's just shit like that. Like, you just can't Like real niggas who love fashion, like you gonna get dressed just to get dressed, just because you know someone either gonna say some shit like "Yo, you fly," or just because you know you look fly, and that's the beauty of the game right there. It's just those little like "Yo, I'm fly as fuck," you can't tell me shit.
That's the you a smart man though. I see like you said earlier about the necklace. Like the dudes might have something to say about it, but the girls, you know that's the way right there.
That's just how it is. You just
That's all
gotta
I'm in it for.
be comfortable, man.
Yeah.
It's just literally just being comfortable in your own skin. Like shout out to niggas who like paint their nails and shit. Like be comfortable in your fucking skin. Like I personally want to do it. I mean, I want to, but that's just not where I'm at right now. Like that's not where fashionably and like expressionally I'm at. But if that's you, shout out to you.
Do your thing, man.
Right.
Oh yeah, it takes a lot to be different, man.
You ain't putting on no necklace for no grown ass man.
That's
That ain't what you're
me.
doing. Yeah,
You're doing it for yourself.
you take that.
Not even for the bitches. You're doing that for yourself.
That's you.
You are not
The bitches
doing
gonna
it for no grown
come.
man.
The female, yeah, the bitches gonna come.
Them bitches coming.
You're gonna find the female. Find the woman. It's different.
Females and
Yeah, we
bitches,
say that
everybody.
every episode. Bitches and women is different.
You know who you are. Man.
Anybody could be a bitch.
Right.
Gender bitches don't discriminate. It'd be anybody.
Anybody.
Genderless.
Yeah, it's completely.
You started shooting first, like as far as photography.
Uh,
I was gonna say you seem like a real artsy guy, and this should probably go hand in hand.
it does. I have to be honest, man. I've only been shooting for like maybe a year and a half. The way I work is like I'll pick up a lot of things and like just like learn as I go, or like learn it, put it in the back of my head, and then just like keep moving and just be like, oh yeah, at one point I did this, so like let me do this. Like I've done that shit with music. Like I know how to make beats. I know how to like chop beats and sample and shit. I know how to make like movies. I have like scripts and shit. Like I know certain angles. And then I got a camera. Like my boy was selling his camera, and he's like, "Yo, selling this shit." I was like, "How much you want for it?" It's like 100. I was like, "All right, I'll take it."
Yeah,
Got that shit. Got into it. And then like people were like, "Yo, like you're really good at this shit. Like you really got an eye." And I was like, "Oh, bet. All right, let me just do this shit." And I got into stereoscopic film, which is like 3D pictures, and then got into regular film, and like it's just been growing. Like it's just literally just been like, "Yo, this shit looks fire," or like I think I like this shit, so I'll just get into it. But yeah, man, I've been in it for like a year. Like not even kidding, like a year. And it's just like really I did it for FMP because like I said, they do a lot of shit, and like a lot of our shit is not captured. Like there's like so many stories I could tell you about like wild shit that we just like never captured because we just never had anybody to capture it.
yeah.
So like, yo, if I'm always with y'all and I'm always here, I might as well get a camera.
Right.
So that was the motivation behind it. It's just been clicking ever since.
Especially as a behind the scenes guy, you know.
Facts.
That might be the best seat to have.
I've always wanted to be behind the scenes, to be honest. I'm like heavily influenced by like ASAP Yams and like just a lot of people who have like led their dudes to like record labels and like just talent agencies, like all this shit. And it's just like, yo, the money's cool and like I get to travel with you and be all this shit, but if I wanted to, I can go lead a regular life.
Right.
Maybe not like crazy regular, but like I could be stopped by every person in the street like you might be. You know what I'm saying? There's just shit like that. But also, I mean, just the whole business aspect, that shit kind of intrigued me more than like, oh yeah, let's just make this music and like let's get on the stage every night. Like, don't get me wrong, I've been on stage with them niggas, but it's like if I walk off the stage, nobody's gonna notice.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it to me. Like if I left this game, nobody gonna notice. Somebody might, but not as many as if you left. So it's like it's just comfort. I mean, that's all it is. Don't get me wrong. I like being outside my comfort zone. I like traveling and all that shit. But it's like if I get bored of this shit or if I get uninspired, I can go home and go to bed and not that many people will notice. It's just shit like that. Like I'm really a nonchalant off the scene kind of guy. So
Right, you want the money. You want the money, not the fame.
the fame would be nice, don't get me wrong, but I ain't living for this shit. I ain't dying for this shit. That's for sure.
That's a fact.
I agree with you on that.
I'm right there with you.
I want to say
I'm right.
I'm thinking about it like, damn, all right, like we're dying for shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, all right, I'm here, but I'm not like there. Like I'm not at the forefront. Like I'm still getting my money. I'm still seeing y'all. I'm still with y'all. But I'm not like nobody's checking for me.
I'm
Like,
not
it's like
the guy.
Exactly. Like I'm not about to be like trying to go get fly or walking somewhere and like get swarmed by people where I gotta have security. Like that's not where I want to be at personally.
So what's your biggest milestone so far?
My biggest milestone,
Music, fashion, photography.
man, I don't even know. Like there's just I don't even think I have personal milestones. I think because like I said, I'm just so behind my people. Like it's just like if you did this shit and I got to witness it, like it's our win. Like I'm happy for you.
Right.
So I don't even think I have any personal milestones to be honest. Like being able to like just witness these things, I guess, or be in these rooms or like just connect with certain people. Like at a period of time, I was like mad cool with ASAP 12. Like I never would have thought that would happen because like I look up to ASAP now. Like never would have thought that shit would have happened. I've touched festival stages with my brothers. Never thought that shit would have happened. Like it's just like shit like that where like not even my milestone, theirs, and I'm just like here along for the ride. You know what I mean? I don't even know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I would have to think about that shit, right?
Well, do you have a like favorite moment with free music or milestone with them?
That's
my
what you
favorite moment
disclose,
personally,
Yeah, don't.
of course, Toronto's up there. Like the first night of Toronto, where like our man signed his management deal and then went out to celebrate. That night was fucking insane. But my favorite night personally, so there was a weekend where Kevin had a show in Pittsburgh, so we were all going there. We were all on that bill, and then the next night, Enrique was or DJ Apollo was DJing at venue. So we literally had to fucking drive to Pittsburgh, get there, do a fucking show, fucking blackout drunk, sleep, wake up at like 6, drive back here, fucking get to venue, DJ that shit, get drunk. I was like taking pictures and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's shit like that where it's just like, yo, like we really were just fucking in a whole nother city, like not even 24 hours ago. Like it's like moments like that where it's just like normal niggas ain't doing this shit. Like not even a flex, but it's just like, yo, like we really must be doing something right.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably my favorite person.
Shit sound raw.
Oh, that shit's crazy. I've literally like that shit made me like, yeah, let's go on tour. Like right now. Like let's just go.
I need that sprinter lifestyle, man. That's all I'm talking about as far as me, man. I'm just like, yo, once we get this sprinter, it's fucking over. We don't gotta drive, we can do whatever
That's a fact, yo. Fucking
bounce from city to city.
When we signed our well not us, but when our boy signed his deal, we were like getting all these plans together and shit. And he was like, yeah, you know, just make sure you always got enough money for the bus. We're like, what? He's like, how much is a bus? He's like, about 1,500. He's like, between all y'all, that ain't nothing. So we all just started like looking at each other like, wait, are we about to go on tour? He's like, we don't know, it might happen. And we just from that day forward, I think everybody's like mentality like switched. Like we were supposed to go to Paris, and now that's like really my milestone that I want to hit. Like just go to Paris and all my guys. I think that shit would just be like fire. But man, like you said, I think just being on a bus with all them niggas, like that's just shit I dream about. Like not even the shows, just like going city to city. Like I don't give a fuck about the shows, to be honest. Like we could be fucking in a 100-person venue and 3 different cities or 10 different cities, but just that act of like, yo, we all on this bus for 72 hours, like let's just see what comes out of it. That's the shit I dream about. Collab tape, shit like that, man. Like that's the shit that I personally want to see. Not the. Don't get me wrong. I love seeing my guys fucking perform. I love that shit. I love the feedback we get. I love when people sing along. But it's like those like little behind the scene moments. Like, yo, let's get in this car. We're about to drive to Toronto. Like it's shit like that I love.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what's somebody that you want to work with, that you want a free music party to work with?
If you want to be honest, man, not to give away their shit, but they're working with like locally or like
whatever you can disclose, boy.
Locally, they're already on top of everybody. I think that they should work with because it's everybody that we fuck with. Kevin Spears, who's like our head producer and like president of our LLC, like the Free Music Party, like record company, like him. He's pretty good and has a pretty good ear for shit like that. So like I know they're trying to get Billy right now. They're trying to get Kane. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that, but
You had to give us some exclusive.
It's all good.
And if you listen, though,
Free Music Party is a friend of the show.
It's all good because like those are our guys. Like, we fuck with those people.
He had to
like,
give us something.
I'm not getting
if
trouble
you're
for
listening,
that.
right, it's a given.
It can't be nothing more than
I'm about to get hit by the boss man.
It can't be nothing more than Apollo was up here talking.
He was giving it up.
And even when I went to the house, I was sitting right there with him and Kevin. So you know I got
Nah,
the
yeah,
spell.
you good. But yeah, they're working with those people, and like I think I don't know if they're working with Freak. I know they have plans to. Them, and then past that, I know individually because at the end of the day, we're a collective. Like there is the Free Music Party, but there's the Free Music Party collective, and I think they all have their own like individual people they want to work with for sure. And I think once we hit the point where we can do that, that's when like all this shit will really start like clicking.
Right.
Like when Kevin produces a beat for fucking like does a hip hop beat and then the next day does an R&B beat and like both of them shits are charting. I think that's when people will like really see what this shit's about. So I can't speak for them, but man, personally, it's like people I would want to like just shoot or like be in a room with or like give my creative ideas to. Man, Rocky, Rihanna, all those kind of people, all the like beautiful, fashionable people. Those are people I want to shoot, man. Because I feel like with my eye, I could probably get some nice shit. Because I really like. I don't know if you guys noticed, a lot of my shit's like candid behind the scenes. Like I try not to get any stage shit or like.
Yeah, your shit feels real natural.
Right.
Exactly. Like I'll just like pull off the camera and just start shooting. That's the kind of shit that I would want to do for them. None of that, yo, pose for this flick real quick.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it. You could feel the energy, shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could feel the.
That's why I like really only work with them because like those are my guys, like those are my brothers. Like you're not gonna tell me I can't fucking shoot you, nigga. I lived with you basically for half my life. Like you're not gonna tell me that, and like you're not gonna tell me, oh, delete that. I don't look good. Like nigga, deal with it. We live it. Like it's a raw image. Deal with it. So it's just shit like that. Like it's just easier for me to shoot them, and then of course I've had some like girls who be like, "Yo, we should do a shoot," and it's just like, I don't know about that.
You don't look at it.
It's not even that, but it's just like
great.
a lot of people don't want to pay you for your time.
Oh no, that
And the way I shoot,
You
like
understood.
I'll literally put up like 400 pictures, just like natural flowing pictures, like you said. I'll do like 400. And like the time for me to sit down and like go through all that shit and like edit some of them, send it to you, or like even just give you my property, like give you all the raw images and be like, yeah, this is what I got. Like that shit takes time, and for you to not want to pay for that shit, like why would I want to sit down and do that? Like what do I get out of this shit?
Yeah, we ain't know
It's
that
not
was
worth it.
asking for
You a
handouts.
true photographer, yeah.
Like I said, that day when we went from Pittsburgh to Buffalo, when I got home and put my SD in my computer, dog, I had like 1,200 images, bro. Like, for me to sit down and go through all that for somebody who doesn't want to pay or someone who's not, like, respectful of it, like, I ain't doing that shit, bro. I ain't putting in that effort. So it's just depends, man. Like, it really does.
Give my man his money.
Right.
You heard it.
I mean, sometimes I do shit off love, man. Like, but it's like, you're not gonna be like, oh, yeah, can you edit this one? Or can I get the raw of this one? Or then you take my like raw images and then you be like, yeah, I'm gonna edit this shit and just post it. You like, and you don't even ask me. You just like, yeah, I'm gonna edit this and post it. It's like, no, nigga, no, you're not. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you good? It's just like it's all a game. It's all a business.
Yeah.
Right.
I think a lot of them people probably don't even understand how that shit works. They think you took the photo, gave it to them, and it's their shit now.
Nah, I still own that shit, bro. If I pull that shit up, my name is going to be underneath the author. I still own that shit.
Stupid motherfuckers, yeah. But you want to say anything? Shout anybody else before we cut?
Man, shout out to you guys for having me.
Oh, thank you.
My fucking boy.
Shout out to my guys, the FMP. Of course, my brothers. Tape coming soon. A lot of visuals coming soon from what I hear. I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't want the boss man calling me. And then just, man, shout out to all the true creatives out there, like, working. Like, really shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody putting Buffalo on the map. That's all I got, man.
But you already know. Go watch Unwrapped with my boy.
Yes,
You know,
Definitely tap into that. That might
Tap
be
in
coming back
crazy.
soon.
Tap into the free music party. I mean,
Learn how to fucking dress.
Learn how to dress.
Stop asking my boy for free photos
Right.
and stealing his shit.
All
That's a
right.
fact.
And buy your fucking Sickerest merch.
Buy this shit.
www.thesickerestpodcast.com. You know what it is.
All right, we out this bitch. Much love, y'all.